So, delighted to welcome Richard Maxwell and his accomplices. So, ladies and gentlemen, do please give him a warm reception.
Right. Thank you for turning up in your droves. Right in the back? Shall I do the demo here? Okay, I'll try my best. But thanks for everybody. It's been talking to people all through today, and it's been a long time since I have done any kind of demonstrations. So over the years, a lot of people have asked me, will you be taking on students to learn your process? I still feel I've got a lot more learning to do myself before I start taking on students. But what I am today, for the first time, I'm going to introduce you to my first student. And that's my son. So this is his first time in a demonstration. These are his ponies that he does work with, and we play around together. And I don't ram what I learn down his throat. I just give it as an option if he chooses to use it, or if he is struggling with certain things. And for him to explore himself as a horseman. And if I can help him that'd be great. So he's my first student, and this is his first demonstration. So I'm doing the cardinal sin today. Don't work with children, don't work with animals, and don't work with family. All three in one shot. So William's 11, and he's been riding for 3 years, 3.5 years, there or thereabouts. And your aspirations, what do you want to be when you grow up? A show jumper, okay? And who like? Marcus Aining. Anybody heard of Marcus Aining? Well, that's who he wants to be like. So, the two ponies we have here is the little roan, the little Welsh. She's about 13 years old, and we've had her about a year, maybe a bit longer, and we got her as a very big problem pony. She was practically on death's door because she was going to be dealt with because she was bucking children off, and I didn't believe them. So we went along, and I said to William, have a little sit on her. I didn't get on her. I'm not mad. So he got on her. Walk and trot was fine. So a little walk and a trot around. I said, just put it into canter. Go on. You'll be fine. You know, people think bucks are actually bigger than they really are. Anyway, as I saw him flying through the air, looking like Superman, I thought, oh dear, this is a problem. But I like her, and we've stuck by her. And we've used process and training to get around these bucking issues. One of the big three, bucking, bolting, and rearing. The little bay fella, he's 6 now, and we've had him since he was 4. Is there somebody here come to see him? Here we are. What did you call him when you have him? Yogi. Oh, he's now called Trevor. He's from Essex, you know. Clever Trevor. Sorry? He was from Durham. Why, I'm on. Hey! So, Trevor's 6. How does he look? He looks good, does he? Change the reins so they can see a bit more of him. That's it. So these are two, in my mind, typical natives. One's a New Forest, one's a Welsh. And if you ever want to be embarrassed, work with ponies. So this is my first time with all of these things put together. But what we're going to do is we brought them along so that you can ask me questions and I can hopefully answer with demonstrating with these two ponies. Hopefully. So here's a little thing we're going to talk about in desensitization. Who's got a horse that spooks? Who would like a horse that doesn't spook? Same people. It's one of the most frustrating things going, and also from frustration to dangerous. Now, if we can, you know, listen. Keep going. There you go. So if we can eradicate that high-end spook, the whip around and the run backwards and the flare up and lose control, that comes out visually as a physical thing. But it's all about the emotion. It's all about how worried and how stressed they get. So my thing is not to teach horses not to be frightened, it's to teach them how to deal with the emotion of fear. Because it's only right that they're frightened. They're a flight animal. If you take that flight away from them, you stop them being who they are. If you don't want a flight animal, ride a bicycle. They kind of do as they're told. They're kind of fairly predictable bicycles until the chain falls off. But otherwise, we're on the money. So Trevor's 6, Rosie's about 13. Rosie is about as tough. If she wasn't a pony, she'd be a gangster. And she'd be the head of it. She'd become some mobster. And we've worked through little things, so whatever we do today is not something that we've drilled. I've been away from home the last 2 or 3 weeks, and when I've been home, I've been too tired to do anything. So it's all been left to Junior here. So if it goes fantastically well, my name is Richard Maxwell, and if it's terrible, it's his fault. Here's William Maxwell. No. So what we're going to do is, somebody's been asking me questions. We did an article in Your Horse about mounting. And somebody asked me earlier on about mounting. So we're going to cover mounting. Have a little trot on and warm up, just so they can get used to it. How many people ride and lead their horses? Somebody in the back there? Not many. How many people have got more than one horse? So how come the same hands weren't going up? Oh, well, I got 2, but, 2 of them at the same time. That's a bit much. So my military background, all horses should be ride and leadable. It gives you twice the amount of work for one session. You can work 2 horses. When we were in the cavalry and we were short-manned, we'd be riding 1 and leading 2. So that means you could get 3 horses exercised at the same time as 1. It's a great time-efficient way of getting horses around. Now, don't go out until you know that they'll work with you. So this is where ground training, halter braking, getting control of speed and direction starts to get you into the position of being able to allow other things to fall into place. Don't forget to change the rein and diagonal. Sorry, I'll nag. I can't help myself. So we're going to think about mounting. Do we have a mounting block here or something that we can use as a mounting block? Just somebody on all 4s will do. Yeah. So thinking of the concept, see, when we're thinking, I'm thinking of the concept of the horse. I'll go for another round then. The concept of the horse is it's a creature that's looking for comfort. If we can keep that in our mindset while we're training, however we're training, then we can start to explore other avenues. Now, I had to explore other avenues because I found that things that I would do traditionally had already been done with the horses that were sent to me. So I had to start to think outside the box a little bit. Also, I want control and ease of control. I want it to be simple. Simple for me. I'm a man at the end of the day. Can't multitask or anything, so it's got to be simple. And I want it to be transferable. That when I meet horses and their owners and they've got issues, that I can leave them with a program to work to. Now, this little roan mare, when we got her, went in a completely inverted position. Her nose would be parallel to the ground in that shape. And the only person that really has been riding her over the last year has been William. So he's had to learn about lateral flexion, control of the horse's feet, and how important that is. Trevor's still learning it, because he's got the New Forest mentality of maybe, maybe not. But we'll get there in the end, I'm sure we will.